Okay. Hey guys, it's Tattoo Baby and Charms, and today we are interviewing Justin from Slick Cherry. Hi Justin, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much. How are you guys doing?
Wonderful.
Yes, we're doing wonderful. Tired, but wonderful.
Yeah.
Tired? Yeah, you had a busy night, right?
Yes, we did. Whole busy week.
Where do we meet?
No, a whole busy week.
Say again. Sorry, I can't hardly hear you. I'm sorry.
We had a very busy week.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, you like looking at all the Facebook pages and what have you. You haven't stopped.
Right. Yeah, you're exactly right. All right. Well, so are you the lead vocalist of Slick Cherry?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been with it. So the band itself has been together since about we've 6 months now. So we're like really like new being together. So the guitarist I've known for a while, he was in a covers band, and he happened to be playing in the venue that I worked at. I wanted to do an acoustic duo thing for a local band, and I'm not really a guitar player, so it was going to be one of those backing track covers things. And so he's a great guitar player. We're very lucky to have him. And he's like, yeah, sure, let's do it. So we did that, and yeah, and then he said to me, it's good doing other people's stuff, but you want to start writing some stuff. So yeah, and that's kind of how that came about. And then yeah, and here we are 6 months later, and it's all gone mad.
That's awesome, though. That's great. Where are you from? Where's your band based out of?
Okay, so we're in a place called Southend-on-Sea. I mean, that's where I'm from. So the county that we're in is Essex, and that's in England. So I'm right by the coast. So and funny enough, as we're live, this is where I'm from. So yeah, the sea is right behind me, and yeah, so we all live not too far away from each other, but yeah, so we're all fairly local.
All right, that's awesome, though. I think it's interesting. Your accent's beautiful.
That's the first time for that. I mean, I'm originally from Cambridge, which is everyone kind of thinks like Cambridge is very much that terribly British. Oh, hello, how are you? Good evening. And I don't speak like that, and neither does my family and all the guys in the band. Where everyone thinks we're all London, but we're not London at all. There's a slight change, but you get the idea.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. All right. How did you come up with the band's the name Slick Cherry?
So there's two versions to this. There's the official version, there's the unofficial version. The unofficial version I can't actually say out publicly because it's a bit rude. But the official. So basically, what was happening is our guitarist came up with the idea. So Slick Cherry is actually a person. It's a fictitious character that he came up with, who happens to be a dancer by night and an assassin by day.
Okay.
So she will actually feature a lot on the album. I mean, when the album comes out, there is a title track that is called Slick Cherry, which will explain more about her. So when that comes out, people will know exactly who she is.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah.
How did you meet and decide to make music together?
So yeah, so basically what happened, like I say, Jimmy, my guitar player, he's in a covers band, which I've since joined, which is madness. So but I was looking to go out and do acoustic stuff. I've been in bands on and off for about 20 years, but it's always been covers bands. Apart from a band like a while ago, and yeah, we did some originals, but it never really got anywhere. So I've seen the guy play. He was playing in the bar that I work at, and Jimmy's like he's like legend. So we got talking. Funny enough, over a Jack Daniels or 2 or 3, and maybe 1 or 2 bags of Cheetos, which is Jimmy's favorite. So Yeah, if anyone's listening and you want sponsorship from Cheetos, he's your man, right? Just putting that out there. So yeah, so we kind of chatted, we spoke, and yeah, after the covers thing, the little covers gig we did, we decided that we were going to start writing originals, and then Al, who's our bass player, and Steve, who's our drummer, we kind of gained the guys, and here we are. Like I say, it's only been 6 months, so like from its inception from February, the single came out in July, so yeah, it's kind of, yeah, it's a bit of a whirlwind, but loving it, absolutely loving it.
I mean, yeah, and you seem to. I came across I think it was your Facebook, and you guys rocked it. So good job.
Thank you very much. Honestly, every time we hear that, it's weird. You know, it's like I'm just this like short little fat guy that's in a little village or a little town by the coast, and it's like someone says, "Oh, you rock!" I'm like, "Oh, I'll take that. That's a good win." You know,
So how
especially
tall
our
are you
age.
How tall
Say that
are
again.
you? How tall?
How old?
Are you?
I'm 48. So the band we're all around that age. So yeah, to be everything's like escalated really, really quickly. So, but we're more than happy that, and it's guys like yourselves and the radio play we've had. It's been mad. I never thought in a million years that, you know, people would. I didn't think it was a case of people wouldn't like it, but everyone's kind of jumped on, and the airplay's been great. So thank God for US airplay. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Yeah, I think we're good at that over here.
Oh God, like in comparison to the UK, that's not dissing any UK people that are listening. We're ready to have radio stations. Please play us. That's great. But yeah, the kind of traffic and the feedback and the traction that's happening. Yeah, it's all stateside. So yeah, love it. Absolutely love it.
What do you think about the current state of the music industry?
I think it's shifted. I really think. I think now artists have more control over what they're doing. I mean, if you go back, like a way back, you know, you had to wait for an A&R guy, and you had to wait for this, and artists have a lot more control now, which is a good thing. I'm not saying that the industry doesn't need labels and all of that sort of thing, but I think it's great because artists have more control over what they want to do, and I'm all for that. And following on from that, since we've been doing this, the amount of unsigned artists that we've come across, the one thing I've noticed out of all of this is the amount of artists in the unsigned community that are the camaraderie is unbelievable. Everybody supporting everybody else, and that's amazing, absolutely incredible, and I love that.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Did you have I didn't know if you had a question. Sorry.
No.
Okay. Okay, so you said that your single you just started like blowing up and stuff. How is like because you're clearly not where we are from, but how is your shows? Like, do you play on the weekends at places, or are you traveling all over? Or how's that going?
So the gigs have started gaining traction. The one thing about this band, and I'm always honest with everybody about it, is the fact that we're doing it kind of the wrong way round. Because most bands that I know, you know, you go out and gig, and then you release a single, and then get everyone on board. We're doing it the other way round. You know, we've played one show, so we played the one show at the bar that I work at. There was a Harley Davidson custom chopper they rode into the bar, and the footage is on our Instagram page because everyone thinks I'm making it up, and I'm so not. And that kind of. That was our first gig, and it sold out, which was beyond me because no one had actually heard anything at that point. So we did that show. Shows coming forward. So the venue that's literally just around the corner from here, which is my local music, like proper music venue. So we've got a show coming up in November for a support stop for a local band. The exciting one for us, and I don't want to sound like one of those. I don't know. I don't want to sound like I'm one of these big head egotistical people because I'm not. I can't tell you who it's for because I'm not allowed. But that should be announced in a couple of weeks. So there's a US artist that's coming over here They've just done a tour with a really big artist of yours for 4.5 months. They're coming over here in January. They're supporting another artist, a UK artist that's well known. After they've done that, there'll be a 6-date tour, which we've just been put forward to support them on. So that's huge for us. So that's in February. And then obviously we've got the album launch party that's happening in March. And that's at Chinnery's in Southend. So I can send you the details for that. But I mean, yeah, that's my local music venue. So things are moving forward, even though the band's in its infancy. Things are happening real quick, which is why I don't have any hair. You know, it's it's like, yeah, it's going in the right direction. And the nice thing about the guys in the band is like none of us are. There's no delusions of grandeur here. You know, there's a lot of hard work. There's some great stuff that's happened, but we got a hell of a long way to go before, you know, whatever happens after that. But there's a long way to go yet. So
for someone who maybe has never heard your music, how would you describe your music?
Okay, so I would say, as far as influences are concerned, I mean, and all the band are pretty much on this. So our influences are Zeppelin, Rolling Stones, AC/DC. It's that classic rock, dirty, riff-driven. That's what we're about. Even down to the recording. So I know a lot of bands when they go in the studio, they record it track for track. We made a conscious decision we didn't want to do that. So all the recordings you hear and the album you'll hear is us in a room. We set everything up, we record it live, and that's it. You know, going back to how they used to do it in the late 70s, you know, that whole Zeppelin, Beatles, Rolling Stones, they didn't have the technology that obviously we've got now. And we're conscious of the fact that whatever you hear is how you're going to hear it live, you know, and that's a conscious thing. So, yeah, it's, but influences, yeah. I mean, a lot of people sort of turn around and said, oh, your voice sounds like, you know, Brian Johnson, AC/DC, and that's great because I'm a big AC/DC fan. So, you know, that's all good. But, yeah, it's classic rock. We're certainly not metal, and I've got friends of mine in metal bands, and that's great. But yeah, dirty classic rock. That's how I describe it.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, I like that. I had a question, and then I forgot. And I had one. And I can't remember. It happens to me all the time. That's that ADD brain, you know, like 100 things going on at once.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, my Facebook, or you could tell because I got post, and then you won't hear nothing from it. It'll be like crickets for a little bit. No, I forgot what I was going to say. So you've only had one live show where you're at.
Yeah.
What are some goals for you? Like, you know, do you have anything that you have that you want to happen soon, or maybe in the future? Or
I think it's a case of small wins. We've got a clear vision of where we want to be and where we want to go, and I think for me, so like the venue I was just telling you about, so Chinnery's, which is down here. I've been coming down here into Southend. I mean, I live here now, but I've been coming down here for nearly 20 years, and I always wanted to play that venue. Always wanted to play that venue, but because they are an original artist venue, so as a covers band, you know, there's no chance. So the fact that we've got 3 shows booked in with them, for me personally, that's a win straight out the gate. But I think the thing is, I don't know. I mean, when people say where do you want to be, I know, you know, I mean, obviously anybody, you ask any artist, they're going to go, oh yeah, we want to play Wembley Stadium or Madison Square Gardens or wherever it is, you know. So I just want to just get out there and play and whether, I mean, I'm quite comfortable playing. I'll play to 50 people or 50,000, you know. If that ever happened, my God, I can't even, you know, you think I don't have any hair now, you know, like, geez, you know, so I think it's a case of we've all been in bands. Every single band member has been in bands before, and it always seems you get to that point and someone pulls the rug out from under you, when me and Jimmy first met, I said, not this time. No, not this time. You know, I mean, we're getting long in the tooth here as well. You know, it's like clock's ticking. You know, you got to do it now. But yeah, there are certain artists I'd like to meet. I mean, to when we say what's the goal of the band, we always said, yeah, if we could sit down and have a cup of tea with Robert Plant or Jimmy Page or Roger Daltrey or Pete Townsend, yeah, that's a win. You know, definite win for me.
Yeah, I'd agree. That's some cool stuff for sure. Who's one of your biggest inspirations?
For me personally, I think if you're looking at showmanship, there's only one, which would have been Freddie. As far as a man that can hold a room and do all that, there will be no other, in my opinion. Influences for me as well. David Coverdale is another one. Robert Plant. Definitely more, obviously, somebody who's around a lot more. I'm a massive fan. Okay, and you're gonna like this. So love Eddie Vedder. I love that man. I love that band. I have done for a long, long time. I also am a big Alter Bridge. Miles Kennedy. That man's voice is just from somewhere else. You know that. For me personally, yeah, 100%. Great band. Seen them twice. They're amazing.
Right on. That's awesome. I like the Eddie Vedder.
Yeah, Eddie's the man.
Yeah.
Like when it was all those memes that were going around when we lost Chris Cornell and we lost Chester, and all those memes going, has anyone checked on Eddie? Please, for God's sake, someone check on Eddie.
But
you know,
real,
so
though, yeah.
Can't lose that man. That man, like I love that man.
Yeah, I have 3 tattoos of him. I have a portrait and another one on my arm of him, and then his signature on my inner arm.
The guy's a legend.
He really is.
Whatever way you look at it, the guy's a legend.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. I had another question, and then I just keep forgetting because I get distracted. Do you have anything?
That's cool.
No, not really. Do you plan on coming to the States anytime soon?
Oh my God, I wish. I mean, I think the thing that's actually taken us aback a bit is the fact that all the traffic in the airplay is all coming from stateside. So I'd love to. I really would. I know the rest of the boys definitely 100% would love to come there, because again, this is no disrespect to the English music scene or the British music scene. But I over like investigating stuff, and you go on Facebook and you see the amount of venues and bands, and God, it's like I said to Jimmy today, me and him were talking, and it was like, damn, if we were over there, we'd be playing every week. It's like, because there's so many venues. And I think unfortunately over here, what happened after the whole COVID and the lockdown, and a lot of venues we've lost, and I'm sure it's probably the same for you guys over there. So.
Not as much now as
I think a lot of newer places are opening here now.
Yeah, I wish it was the same here, because I don't think that's happening a lot. I think, and I'm not a political person, so we got our views. We always keep politics out of the music, but I think when it comes to a lot of artists, there's not the places to play, and you've got a lot of artists that are out there, and everyone's not necessarily fighting, but everybody's trying to get into these places, and they've disappeared. I mean, even locally around near us, I mean, we must have lost, oh God, in excess of 20-25 venues, and they were damn good venues. And yeah, I don't know whether the British mindset is different or the English mindset is different, but it's a shame, because there's so many damn good artists, and you get overlooked. Any artists, they just want to get their stuff out there, and if you haven't got that opportunity, then yeah, it's frustrating. So, but in answer to your question, yes, I'd love to come stateside. If anyone's listening, yeah, we're all for that.
If you ever make it to Illinois, please let us know. We'd love to come here.
Oh God, 100%. No, it's
Don't forget about this.
It'll be like I got some friends of mine that are in Germany that I met fairly recently since the band came out, and and they're really cool. They've followed everything, and they've said, "Oh, you come over to Germany, come over to Germany." I'm like, "Yeah, I'd love to," you know. So for us, like I said, it's early stages. I mean, things are going in the right direction, but yeah, I'd love to, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But if everything keeps going on the trajectory it's going, I don't think it's going to be long. And I don't say that to be a big-headed person. I'm the humblest person you'll ever meet, but I just think that that's the way it's going. So
yeah,
I think American people will cotton on before the English do. I'm afraid.
We just know how to rock harder.
yeah.
Hey, you know, and that's great. Come and adopt us. You know, we're good. We're house trained. You know, there's not a problem.
We'll leave the light on for you.
Oh no, that's good. As long as I can find my way, that's fine. It's not a problem.
Yeah, I mean, it's really exciting. I think that from where you're from, a lot of talent is there, and it really just matters on who makes it here. They say that America is the land of the dreams, I guess. But at the same time, I also feel over here that you're right. Our industry is becoming more independent. I feel like a lot of artists are realizing that they don't want that power over them.
Yeah.
And that's also kind of an American thing too over here. We're kind of all becoming we want more independence.
We're tired of people having
control
over us.
Mm-hmm. And so go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I agree with you on that. We're definitely, I think people's eyes are opening more to all that.
I think as well. I think the way I don't know. I like the fact that artists have more control over what they do. I think the way it was before, you know, you have to, the whole thing of, you know, you got to sign your soul to the devil to get anywhere. That's taken out, and I think a lot of record companies and A&R people now. I mean, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and they said, "Oh, you know, A&R people, they're a rare breed now." But I still think it's important. I really do. I'm not going to be one of those militant people that's going to go, "Oh, no, we don't need that." Yeah, we do. But I like the fact I think, again, with technology and people being able to, you know, there are people that got studios in their house and they can, and the internet and, you know, all of those things. I think you've got more scope to get it out there. The counterbalance of that is that everyone else is doing it. So the marketplace has got a lot bigger. But I mean, we're just going to, I mean, from our perspective, I mean, the marketing and the marketing, the promotion, the Facebook, that's all down to me. So again, another friend of mine who owns the venue I was talking about, he's like, you're trying to do the job of like 8 people, you know, and I'm not complaining. That's great. But you get those days, it's like, oh, geez, now who am I supposed to, like, where am I? What am I, you know? So there's swings and roundabouts. There's plus and minuses to everything. But I like the fact that I like the fact the artist has more control. I think that's got to be a positive thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. What's your favorite color?
Purple.
Okay.
Yeah, purple.
Okay.
Yeah, whether that's a Prince reference or not, I don't know. But like purple, yeah, 100%.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Prince. I like Prince.
No, damn right, there's nothing wrong with that man. Genius, legend.
All right. Well, I think that'll conclude our interview, but I hope that as time, you know, as you grow more and stuff, that you come back. You touch base with us again. Let us know about all your new upcoming stuff. When did you say that your single was going to come out?
So with regards to that, so the second single will be coming out on September 22nd. So it's only in about 3 or 4 weeks time. Again, everything will be all over social media. 22nd of September happens to be my birthday as well. So if anyone wants to know what I want for my birthday, I want streams and likes and all those other things, you know? So, yeah. But that's that. And then the album comes out March 29th. But I mean, once we've got other things available, I'll be straight back in touch with you. Can I say one thing? I really wanted to say this. So we've had dealings with lots of radio stations, and at this point, I mean, Rockstar being one of them. I mean, they've been so supportive on airplay and what have you. So so I've had dealings with Angie before. So I mean, if she is listening to this, thank you so much. I've never had a chance to say that to you personally. So thank you. And all the other radio stations that are taking a risk, but it's so humbling. And if it wasn't for people like yourself, artists like me and the band, and we wouldn't get half the shout that we get. So you are vital to all of this. Absolutely vital. So so yeah, and I know bands I've spoken to before, we couldn't do this without you. So honestly, you are honestly very, very much appreciated, and thank you. Honestly, I really mean that.
Yes, and I can tell you right now that Angelia would absolutely love that you said that, and she will watch this too. So that's awesome. And we might put a clip of it on Rockstar Radio,
Cool.
since I've partnered with her too. So, but
yeah,
I'm sure you've touched her. She'll get teary eyed. Yeah,
I mean, again, like I say, it is overwhelming for a little dude like me that's sitting now by the sea in this little place, and I'm talking to you, and you're over there, and yeah, that's crazy. Even at this age, you know, it's like, oh, okay. So yeah, I even told my mum. She's like, what? Because like, yeah, I know, Mum, that's a long way away. It's fine. So, but yeah, honestly, you know, we appreciate all your support, everything you're doing. Thank you for this interview as well. This is the first interview we've ever done. So
awesome.
I'm glad it was with you. So thank you so much. And the tattoo thing as well. Go for it. Honestly, I'm a photographer. I've seen the stuff. Go for it. It's amazing. Seriously.
Thank you. I appreciate that support too. For those that are listening but aren't watching, can you tell them where that they can find you on social media platforms?
Yeah, sure. So if you go to like Facebook, it's Slick Cherry. On Instagram, it's slick_cherry_band.
Okay.
They're the main two places. We do again, it's Slick Cherry on Spotify, and moreover, all streaming like 34 different platforms. So it's Shazam, and I think it's Slick Cherry Band on YouTube. You'll find us as soon as you see those lips with the cherries hanging out, then you know it's us. So but yeah, that's where you can find us. And yeah, Facebook's the main one for us at the moment. Website's being built as we speak. Merch is coming, which you're getting a t-shirt. I'm going to say this live now, so you know you have a witness. So okay, when we got merch, we'll send it across. But no, it's that's where you can find us. And yeah, stay tuned. In the next couple of weeks, we got some big announcements coming. So but yeah, just keep listening and keep liking, and yeah, and we really appreciate it. So thank you from a terribly British point of view. Thank you so much.
We appreciate you, and this interview will drop September 16th, and I will throw some flyers out. Christy will too. And then as soon as it comes out, I will send it to you in a message or an email, and then you can post it and whatever you want.
I'll also, what I'm also going to do is I'll drop you the places that we're playing, because I know like the local music venue here. I said to the boss here, he's a really good friend of mine. I was like, look, well, we're going to mention you anyway, so I'll give you all those details as well. So if you can tag them too, that'll be great. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Hey, when you send her some merch, send me a sticker. I want a sticker.
Oh no! I'm thinking of like, you know, other merch, like stickers. Yeah, that's great, but like stickers, I'll send. But we've got a range of merch.
I really want a sticker.
Are you a sticker fan? You sticker collector?
I like stickers.
Okay, send me if you can do me a favor after this, just send me the mailing address, and once the merch is all up and running, you'll get the whole shebang. Everything will come across.
You can just send it all to her PO box or whatever. She'll give you the info. Yeah. Just
send me all the details, and I'll make sure you get merch. I promise you. You know that's a promise, and it's live, so that's a promise.
Also, any links that you have, even in the future, send to me, and I will put them at the bottom of our channel. So that way anyone who watches this, they can just click on it and go straight to where you are.
That's great. Thank you so much, honestly. And again, so from myself and Jimmy, who's our guitarist, our bass player is Al, and Steve, our drummer. Thank you so much for this opportunity. We really appreciate it. And like I say, for a bunch of English geezers, you know, it's like, thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us.
You have a great night. I'm going to go and get a Jack Daniels. I think that's in the pipeline.
Have one for me. Have one for
I
me.
don't know. I have one for both of you. Oh, two for both of you. However it works, right?
All right. Thank you.
Take care. Keep safe. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
You too.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
See ya. Bye. Bye. Take care.